Hello, everyone. Deanna Fontanez here. Thank you for joining us. You're probably wondering where I am. I'm in the wine cellar at Kalahari Resorts in Double Cut. So normally when we come to you live, we talk to you about one event. Well, today we're going to give you a sneak peek of two events. Our first event is Restaurant Week. So that kicks off April 6th through the 11th. We have over 30 restaurants participating in all 4 counties. You can go to PoconoMountains.com/Restaurant Week to get the free digital guide where you'll get a map and you can check out all the restaurants that are participating, menus, specials, all the fun things there. Then we're going to give you 1 day break for your bellies, and then we're going to end that week with Kalahari's Food and Not Just Wine Festival. That's on April 13th. The event is noon to 4. You can scan the QR code for your tickets, and we're going to talk to you about both events. But first, I'm going to have Don meet me. Hello, Don.
Hello, Deanna.
Thank you.
We're going to talk about food.
So cheers first.
Cheers, absolutely.
So tell us about the events coming up.
Well, Restaurant Week is a Pocono staples here, and it's wonderful. I like to get out and go to as many of the restaurants as I can, but we have restaurant specials in all of our 4 signature restaurants here. B-Lux, Cinco Niños, great Mexican food, Sortino's, of course, great Italian food, and then where we are here is in Double Cut, where we have special menus in each one of the restaurants, and they're great, priced very attractively, and it's just a great opportunity to come out and experience our restaurants.
So the last time I was here, we were talking about like all the additions that you guys have. So for Food and Not Just Wine, I know all those same restaurants are participating in that, plus some more?
So for Food and Not Just Wine, we'll feature all of our restaurants that we have here on the property. So we'll even feature our pizza, which is what the company was founded on, is our pizza from our concessions restaurants. And we'll have Red's open, Red's Piano, that you and I have spent some time in there partying late at night and having a good time there, which is great. So that'll be featured as well. Everything will be in the convention center, Red's Piano, Double Cut, and Sortino's this year. So it's all on this end of the building, and it's going to be just an incredible event. Music, entertainment, over 75 vendors that are coming in, bringing in not just wine, but food and beverages, different beverages, and there's non-alcoholic beverages as well. There's actually a large push in the country right now where people are not drinking as much, and so we're featuring a lot of non-alcoholic beverages as well.
Some mocktails.
Some mocktails. That's easier to say, especially when we're
so food and
indulging
not just
so
the wine,
early, right? Yeah.
So I'm excited. So let's go out and talk to Chef Stacy a little bit about both events coming up.
Perfect.
All right, so Chef Stacy, hi. So tell us a little bit what we have going on here.
So yeah, welcome, Deanna. So what we have here in front of us, so we're going to showcase our double cut. Obviously, we're in our double cut. We have a little bit of our Sortinos here, which is our Chick-a-Boom. This is actually one of the items on our Restaurant Week menu. Over here, because we do serve sushi in our double cut restaurant, we're also showcasing our sushi. So this is the toasted salmon roll, which is also on our Restaurant Week. And then, of course, we have our pizza for Sortino's. So super excited to have Restaurant Week right before our Food and Not Just Wine Festival. So for all of our foodies out there that want to come and sample any of our restaurants, please know that some of those items will also be at our Food and Not Just Wine Festival.
Like you mentioned foodies. I'm such a foodie, so Restaurant Week is like one of my favorite weeks. And I love that we're giving you guys 1 day to let the bellies rest and then coming in strong with the Food and Not Just Wine.
Yes, definitely make sure that you save yourself some room for Food and Not Just Wine Festival. Last year we did a little different, so we were in the main lobby. This year we're going to start at Sortino's Double Cut and work our way all the way through the convention center. So as you're in the convention center walking around, please make sure that you come up to Double Cut and Sortino's and our Red's Piano Bar, which is right next to Double Cut.
I feel like you're making it easy for the guests to come. So it's like, so you're kind of starting here, going upstairs, then just making your way down the hallway. So can you tell us what the ticket includes?
So the ticket includes entry to all of it. So you get to see all of our vendors, which are going to be in our convention center and in Sortino's and Double Cut. You get samplings from all of our restaurants and then samplings from our vendors. So we also have some other vendors that are selling candles, some honey vendors. We have some people that are selling some craft stuff as well. So it's not just food and not just wine.
Yeah, I love that you showed a little bit of what's a little bit for Restaurant Week and a little food, just that food and not just wine. It's a tongue twister. So let's make our way this way. We're going to show the bourbon wall.
So this is pretty exciting this year. So there's going to be a couple classes that we're doing. It'll be held in our Africa ballroom. So we're going to do Camus tasting. So there's going to be a little bit of learning about Camus wine, some sampling, obviously. And then after that, we have a bourbon tasting, which is Old Forester. And then in between there, we threw some food stuff in there because why not, right?
Yeah.
So we are doing a starter class. So we're doing sourdough starter. So it's now a new trend, which has been something that's been around for a very long time. So we have one of our leaders is actually going to be teaching how to make your own sourdough at home. So which is really cool. And then after that, which is our really big event, we're doing a pastry showdown. So we have 3 of our female pastry chefs from each of our properties that are going to come, and we can't tell you too much about it because we don't want them to know what the little tricks are.
I was going to say, we have to leave something to the imagination for you guys to buy your tickets and come check it out.
Yeah, it's super exciting. It's definitely something new that we're adding, but as we keep going year to year, we just keep getting better, and we come up with crazy ideas, so this is one of them.
I was just going to say, I love that this is your second year doing it, and you're adding things. So if you came last year, you're going to find something different this year.
Yeah, absolutely. There's different tastings. So even though last year we had some of the items that we have repeated this year, we added some new stuff. So we did open our Macs in December. So this year you're going to get to sample some of our Macs. We did add our Reds, so you'll be able to go into our Reds Piano Bar and check that out as well with all the live entertainment as well.
Well, we're going to go check out that food, but first we're going to roll some B-roll from last year's event so you can kind of check out what that was like and kind of the things that you get to see when you're here. So, Stacy, can you tell us about, there's live entertainment, like you said, there's samplings from every restaurant, there's music, there's wine, there's bourbon, like you said. What else can people expect?
So they can definitely expect a day full of fun. So if you're a foodie, if you enjoy cocktails, mocktails, it's just a day to just roam around our property, get to see what we have to offer, get to tour through our entire property. All of the restaurants are open. We have people in every one of our restaurants that can kind of talk through what to expect if you come to dine with us. And they're all going to be open on the other side as well. So if you want to sit down and dine, you're more than welcome to.
So I love it. It's a whole week of like kind of exploring the Poconos, tasting from different restaurants all throughout the counties, and then ending a foodie week here at Kalahari for food and not just wine.
Absolutely.
So we're going to show you some of the other food that Chef Stacy was telling us about from some of the other restaurants. So Stacy, tell us what's here that our viewers can see.
So what you have in front of you is actually a showcase of what our lobby looks like. So our lobby, we have our Cinco Niños, which is here on the side. This is our modern Mexican restaurant. So if you're looking for a taco, a quick bite, some chips and salsa, that's what you can find there. Right in the center, we have our B-Lux, which is our tavern-style burger shakes. We also do chili, lime, shrimp, lettuce wraps. So this very center is our all B-Lux up burger. So if you want to try a little bit of everything that B-Lux has to offer, it's a burger. It's got fried cheese curds on it, and it also is topped with a buffalo wing.
You're making my mouth water. So, okay, what do we have over here?
So this over here is our Mac. So we're super excited to showcase our Macs that we just opened in December. Skillets, baked mac and cheese. So this one, I know you're looking at this one. So this one's the jalapeno popper.
Right up my alley.
The Mama Mac, which is the one very on top, that one just has, it's a regular traditional mac and cheese, a creamy cheese sauce with grilled hot dogs on top. Ooh. So who doesn't like hot dogs in their mac and cheese?
That's just perfect.
And then the other one, so we have our Chipotle chicken one, which has some Chipotle sauce, some shredded chicken, a little bit of pepper jack cheese mixed into the mac and cheese. And then the one in the center is our jalapeno popper. That's actually one of our best sellers. Some crumbled bacon on top, a little bit of cream cheese on top. Also has jalapenos and pico de gallo inside too.
I mean, just all the flavors all in one. And you were saying some of this is available during restaurant week and some is available the day of the festival.
Yeah, so at Restaurant Week, we're doing a couple of our signature tacos. They come 2 tacos to an order. We also have our lettuce shrimp wraps that we added. And then, of course, we have to do some of our burgers on Restaurant Week because that's what we're all about in B-Lux. But, yeah, you could see a little bit of Restaurant Week in the showcase at the end of Restaurant Week. But please come and try Restaurant Week and then make sure you save some time for our Food and Not Just Wine Festival.
No, I love that. Like I was saying, it's a week for foodies. You start off kind of exploring, and if you want to come here, you can explore during the week and maybe just come to dinner with your family or friends at one restaurant and then check it all out on Sunday the 13th from 12 to 4, all the restaurants.
Absolutely. We look forward to seeing everyone.
Anything else you want to tell us?
I think that's all we got because we got some hidden stuff that we want you guys to come and check out. Definitely make sure that you see our Africa Ballroom, that we have all of our classes. So our Camus, our Old Forester, plus we have our sourdough starter and then our pastry showdown. So make sure you check out a little bit of everything. Don't stop at Sortino's and Double Cut and Reds. Make sure that you get down to the convention center and vice versa. Don't get stuck all in It happened last year.
Yeah.
We talked to a lot of the guests, and I said, make sure that you go to the other side. You're missing half of the other side, so make sure you take your time and hit everything.
I like that because we can check stuff out here, upstairs and here, but the fun is like with the demos and the classes and the tastings. That's where like the fun and excitement is at, and all the entertainment.
Yeah, and it's roaming around, checking out all of our local vendors. So we have lots of local breweries coming. We have wineries coming. We have craft vendors coming. So definitely check out a lot of the vendors, which are local, and we're really proud to have a lot of our local vendors here in our property showcase what they have to offer as well.
Don, you want to come back in and tell our guests some more stuff?
Absolutely. So second year, we learned a lot the first year. We made it bigger and better. Great entertainment, a variety of different bands that are going to be here. Chef's been talking about all the food they were going to have, 75 vendors. And it's perfectly timed when it's a little bit cold outside. So you can come and just kind of get out. Cabin fever is setting in. It is for me at least. And come and spend the whole day roaming around the Kalahari and just have a great time. And we're looking forward to everybody coming and joining us.
Speaking of the roaming around in the cooler weather, I was thinking to myself, I was like, ooh, restaurant week, stay overnight, book a stay, the biggest indoor water park, check out the water park, and then stay for the festival.
Yeah, we always call it take the elevator home. So what I would actually do is I would come and do the festival, spend the night, and enjoy the water park after the festival and enjoy the water park the next day. Anytime you stay here at the Kalahari, it includes the day you arrive and the day you depart water park passes. So I would party, take the elevator home, and enjoy the water park the next morning.
I do love that. And another thing of what you were saying, so the restaurants are not just for guests, and the event is not just for guests. So people can buy tickets for the event, but then you can check out all the restaurants just coming in for the day.
All of the amenities here at the Kalahari are open for everybody. So if you live in the area or if you're traveling to the area, our restaurants are open for anyone. The water park is open for anyone. And, you know, the game room, that's a lot of fun in the game room, the spa as well. We have great shopping here as well, Deanna. I've seen you in our retail stores. So
Tell all my secrets.
well, we have to share all the secrets here, Deanna. So, yeah, the resort is open for everybody to come and enjoy. So that's what we want, everybody to come in and experience the Kalahari Resort.
So, Stacy, what do you, Chef Stacy, powerhouse chef right here, love it. So tell us, what do you love about guests coming in that maybe locals as well or people visiting out of the area?
My favorite part is when our guests come and they're like, oh my God, I didn't know this was up here, because we're tucked away in the mountains. So unless you're coming down the highway, you can see us. But if you're coming up our driveway and you pull up into our property, you're like, oh my God, this thing is huge. Once you get inside, there's so much for everyone. I definitely spend a lot of time in the arcade with my son. So coming in on your day, bringing the kids out, they did really good at school, bring them to the arcade, show them the water park, make sure they get better in school so you can bring them back to the arcade. It's exciting to see our guests and how wow they are of what we're tucked away in here. And it's not small in any way, shape, or form, but there's a little bit for everybody. There's a little bit if you want to come for a nice dinner out, so maybe it's a special occasion, you have double cut. You have Sortinos for your family event. If it's a birthday, an anniversary, we have large tables up there. Or if you just want to come for something for lunch. So if you're coming for a lunch meeting, we have Belux, we also have Cinco, so there's a little bit depending on what you're looking for, all in one roof.
I love that. And all the restaurants she mentioned are participating in Restaurant Week. So we're going to end it with that. So remember, check out Restaurant Week, April 6th through the 11th. There's 30 plus restaurants participating in all 4 counties. It's a total heaven for foodies. And then we're ending the week with a bang with Food and Not Just Wine Festival on April 13th here at Kalahari from 12 to 4. Thank you guys so much for having us. We're going to let our viewers get back to our programming, and we'll see you next time. I'm going to try some of this food.